Welcome to another fun-filled edition of Black Opinions Matter, motherfucker. My name is Amin Hassan. I'm joined as always by Black Trey, Big Jerv, Jay Skills, and we got a special guest host today, Glasses Malone. Shout out the OG. He decided to stop by, fill in for Juju Gotti, who's in Germany, like dapping up Commissioner Goodell. Y'all seen this video, Juju, by the way? Roger Goodell walked right up to him and dapped him up like, hey, I was like, what the fuck?
Nah, I see that.
No, like straight up, like I told you, like Juju's got this shit where motherfuckers see him and they think I must know who he is. There's no way he's just a random dude. So like Juju's standing on the field and here come Roger Goodell and he walked to Juju. Juju never moved. He walked over to Juju, dap him up, and then walk off. And Juju said, "Yeah, we went to school together." He's just fucking full of shit, man. But yo, shout out to Juju doing big things in Germany. We got a great show for you guys today. We'll talk about Keith Lee. I've learned who Keith Lee is and why the city of Atlanta is trembling in fear. At least the restaurants are. We're going to talk about Kai Cenat going to jail for 7 days. I use jail very loosely. We're going to talk about, is there such a thing as an artist, any artist, with 4 classic albums, right? But first, I'm going to tell y'all to hit up patreon.com/countthethings. Make sure you're locked in. Make sure you're getting all the extra content, the excess content. You're getting this podcast all at once as opposed to little by little every day. You're getting the watch-alongs. We're doing the watch-alongs for the games, NBA games. We're doing watch-alongs for the movies. You're getting the OG podcast. You're getting Discord. You're getting so much more. And we're continuously adding more and more extra stuff. So patreon.com/countthethings. Make sure you're locked into that. But first, let's start right here. Are centers extinct in the NBA?
Yeah, Jerv, y'all too horny for a star, man. Like, I think that's the thing. And it's the same thing. It's vice versa because the Knicks fans are doing this shit too. Because they like, yo, if we could get Joel Embiid or if we can get such and such player. And it's like, y'all got enough core players as is. Y'all just not giving a chance to like turn over. You know what I mean?
No, so the Knicks don't though. The Knicks is burnt out off Julius, and they. Like,
I mean, but this is the thing. It's a grenade. Like you can't off him. He's not a player that you really could move. And Philly definitely not even looking at the phone for that.
Well, like, even to add on, the issue in Philly is Joel Embiid. I always joke about this, but he's Hakeem Olajuwon during the regular season, and in the postseason, he turns into Patrick Ewing. He just starts shooting jumpers. That's your main problem. You don't really have no other problems outside of that. Your center got to be a center in the postseason as well as the regular season.
But gee, what is a center?
Somebody that's playing below 22 feet consistently.
No, go ahead, Jerv, because I'm gonna follow up on this.
So I'm not saying you're wrong, right? Because I've watched this man enough, right, to know that, like, yo, there's a difference in the playoffs. There's 100% a difference. So my counter to, I guess, to why, to Trey's words, not mine, we're so horny for a star is because we see what it is, and we see what it is there. So, like, if we can just get somebody, which we thought we had, but that was dumb. Like, you just want somebody that can just hit shots in the fucking playoffs. And specifically the closing minutes of games, right? Like if we can just get someone that can close out a game for us, which is what we've been basically begging for, you know what I mean? Like every draft pick was someone that was supposed to be able to do something, but niggas had mental issues.
That's not what it is, man. You got to stop putting the blame on everybody else and blame it on the person that's playing 22 feet out at 7'2". If he's 16 feet in, every play is a lot different going towards the end of the game. Like, it's just different. The options are different. But if you keep starting 23 feet away from the basket, that's how everybody's contained in Philly. You had a great team with Ben Simmons. You had a great defensive team. You had a great team with James Harden. You have the same consistency. You could put whatever star you want around him. Your problem is going to be the exact same thing because he got to stop turn into a point guard into the postseason.
Yes, this is one thing. 2 things can be correct. Yes, that is correct.
It's the only correct thing because you can.
Nah, it's not though because we're not going to act like
the NBA.
We're not going to act like Ben Simmons ain't pass up the fucking layup.
That's not. That wasn't. I had this argument with Trey and everybody else. You've been reducing the shots down. You've been taking the shots away. Then when the moment come and you like shoot the shot. No, give it to
They
the
being
same
reduced, or
dude.
is he allowing the reduction to happen because
No, it's
he
not. It was your coach because your coach was bad and your coach was taking.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you on
shots.
that. Top 15, my ass.
Yeah, y'all moving people up into that space, but you can put whatever star you want to around Embiid. Embiid still has to be a star during the postseason. He still got to get closer to the basket and make his plays from there.
So
No
now,
stars
this
gonna
is
fix
where
that.
I'm gonna
I don't
step
care
in.
who you get.
This is where I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna ask, what is a center in 2023? There is no more centers. That shit is out, right?
I don't know why you
is
feel that way though.
Because it's a glorified pickup game now, bro.
The center won last year. That starts 16, 17 feet out from the basket.
But again, everybody plays away from the basket now. So
He's
what
still
you're looking,
playing
what we grew
below
up
the
on,
three-point line, Trey.
no, but even when you vote for all-stars, you're no longer voting for centers. You're voting for front court guys. That means 3 positions can actually fit in that little packet of
I agree.
votes.
I agree with Glasses because Giannis is a center, Jokic is a center.
Don't matter what
Giannis is definitely not a center.
He is. I'm gonna tell you why. See, y'all looking at where somebody starting their offense. Y'all looking at where somebody start their offense, and y'all listening to the marketing of the game. Giannis is a center because he really can't play above the 3-point line. His game is totally reduced.
I disagree.
It's obvious. If you keep him above the 3-point line, he wouldn't average any points.
You ain't getting a center. A center does. If you're going by a center in the aspect that I believe that you're clarifying a center to be, which I totally understand. Giannis isn't a center because ain't no center getting the ball on the wing on no ISO or getting a pick and roll for them to then break down their man. He's starting, but he may not take the 3-pointer, but his offense starts above it.
Then that's the point that Jason is making. All that other shit don't matter. That's the problem. Like his speed and his agility allows him to start that far and get to the cup. But if you keep him in front of you above the 3, he's ineffective. He's a center. That's why I agree with Jason. It don't matter how you figure out how to get there. The problem
and I'm going to disagree.
Yep, 100%.
The problem with Embiid is Embiid can't do what Giannis does. He's not fast enough. He's not agile enough to roll that far to get that fast to the cup. It's just different.
Yep.
Not a center. Not a center.
I can't give Giannis being a center.
All these dudes are scared of that word. They scared of that word. But you know what? NBA has allowed them to be scared of that word. Instead of saying get your ass on the block, the game has changed. And they talking about certain guys can handle the rock and do this, that, and the third. So there's no traditional positions anymore. So in a particular situation,
position is not a representation of your skill set. Position is a representation of where
you have to look at it like this, Glasses.
Sure.
Everybody wasn't allowed to do what they do now. You know what I'm saying? The game had to transition to that point, or we would have had Patrick Ewing and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar doing what Giannis is doing.
Listen.
There was limitations to this game. The game has transitioned to where we are in this era.
I understand, but that's marketing. The reality is they're doing the same thing, Trey, to get to the same place. That's the problem.
But again, it don't matter if you start 22 actually
feet.
Back to the basket setups, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's not the only way centers played. Hakeem Olajuwon didn't have to play back to the basket. He could literally be right in front of you.
But he also wasn't shooting no damn threes. If we look at all the great three-point shooters, big three-point shooters, they didn't take no more than probably 3 a season.
Yeah, but again, that's an over-exaggeration of what's going on consistently in the game. Yes, you have those assets, but there's not no centers in the NBA shooting 10 threes as effective.
There is no centers. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Embiid's a center, though. Embiid's a center.
All of them is centers because, like Jason is saying, their offense doesn't get effective until they're in the floor spacing of a center.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this, why it ain't no center. Even in all NBA stuff, he's not considered a center. All those records are going to – I would never compare any of these big men.
Wait, so what is – wait, Trey. So where is he in the position of All NBA?
He's just a front court guy.
But that's not an All NBA position. Like what on a position of an All-Star team?
It is. When you do All NBA,
listen, Trey. On an All-Star team, and you have to list out the positions. What position is Giannis on the All-Star team?
Front court. That's what I'm saying.
That's not
It's
a
below-
position, bro.
Bro,
It's not
but
a position.
Jay, okay,
Jason,
here
you're
we
not
go
listening.
again, Jay.
I am listening. I'm asking you a question though.
But he's giving you the answer. You just don't like the answer. His answer is correct.
So it's two positions in NBA.
It's two positions.
It's front court and back court. That's what you're saying.
Basically,
That's it.
but to your point, Glasses, right? Like I disagree with Trey. There are centers, but to your point with the marketing standpoint, there isn't a lot of centers. So to avoid bums being starters or bums getting or not character individuals that may not deserve to be an all-star, I'm not gonna call them bums, that doesn't deserve to be an all-star or doesn't deserve to be first team all NBA or second team all NBA. What they did to mask the fact that there is no more centers is they just created front court. Joel Embiid is a center. I think Jokic is a center. Where I disagree with you is like I do wish, and I think Joel Embiid's actually doing it a little more this regular season than he has in past regular seasons, where he's not, living just solely at the 3-point line. He's getting a little bit more in the paint. It may not be back to the basket, but it's still in the paint. And honest to God, like I'll live within the paint. You know what I'm saying? More than I would.
Hear me out. I'm gonna explain this. This is the definition of what front court is now in this current NBA. Who's looped into this shit? LeBron, Jokic, AD, Zion, Andrew Wiggins, Paul
he
George,
plays the small forward, technically.
Lauri Markkanen, Draymond Green, Kawhi Leonard, Kevon Looney. These were the votings for the Western Conference front court last season.
A bunch of front court players.
No, but they small forwards looped in this shit, G.
That's a front court.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5.
That's a.
It's positionless basketball now. It really is.
And that's where stop saying that, because
It's true.
It's
not
true though.
because they're not efficient from anywhere but Pacific places.
Just because they're not efficient doesn't mean that it's not that what we're saying is not true though.
That's the pinnacle, because by that same standard, anybody can do anything based off that. Listen, the title position is not in reference to the names we use. They're referencing floor positioning, right? Your strength on the floor and where it's positioned at. Giannis is ineffective past that. I'm not saying where he needs to start his dribble from. LeBron James is effective in front of the cup.
But listen, that's the Captain Obvious. I'm telling you what is the category and how we vote.
But you're saying that it ain't no center straight, but it is a bunch of guys.
There is no, but there is no.
But it is a bunch of guys who play.
But if I was to name a quote unquote real time center right now, it would be Clint Capella. It would be Zubac.
No,
it would be
why?
Because they don't shoot the rock. G.
Steven Adams.
But where's this lie that
Steven Adams is another good example.
Where's this lie that centers didn't shoot the rock?
Because Akeem shot the rock. He just
I'm
not
saying that they didn't.
Akeem whole game was turning face,
but they shot 15 and in.
They could shoot further. That was the smartest thing.
But first of all, hear me out. Hear me out.
I think big shoot like 6 threes in one game, though. Shout out to the
all the current bigs, most of them, the popular ones that actually are making noise, put the ball on the ground. That's what I'm saying. So they're considered.
That's Glasses' point, though. It's a marketing thing.
But it ain't no damn marketing thing, because
it is, bro. Because for years, it is, bro. And I know you way more tapped into me. Like I know you are, but it is a marketing thing, because just if you look at just how the history of the game has been since we was youngins, right? On a marketing standpoint, right? The one position that was never able to sell a fucking shoe, no matter who was the person selling the shoe, was the center position. The center.
False. That's another false. That's a
David
false
Robinson
narrative.
and Tim Duncan had sneaks, but Shaq shit's outside of that first run with Reebok.
Another false scenario.
Who you saying?
Another false scenario.
Who you saying, Trey?
Huh? They all sold sneakers. Do I need to go pull up numbers?
No,
okay. I mean, they didn't move Union Stole. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro.
They did.
Nah, come on.
Listen, Ewing is its own entity right now, still to this day, 30 years later.
That's because retro shit came back and we like rocking old shit.
And I like Ewing. And I always wore Ewing. The Ewings are not a popular shoe.
Come on, Trey. Stop the cap.
Come on, bro.
That's what he's saying.
But I'm saying
that is what I'm saying.
But I'm saying at the end of the day, people were buying the shoe. Everybody's not a center.
Wanted to be a center. That's what.
Of course. Listen, this is the thing. Depending if your body met that, most average normal fans aren't going to relate to that. But at the end of the day,
you know what them niggas bought, Trey? They bought Barclays. Yeah, because Barkley wasn't a wing. They bought Barkley because Barkley was a
but he also has a third best signature line of all time, bro.
But also because
shout out to Barkley.
But also because his shoe was fly, and center's shoes was always trash for the most part.
I mean, look, when Victor's shoe come out, niggas gonna be buying it. I don't care what nobody talking about.
So let me ask you this, right? Let's see, but Victor's not. He is not going to be a center by anyone's standpoint in the league.
So how is
they're going to make him into the Kevin Durant type mold to make him a marketable person.
How is the other people not that? And they put the ball on the ground. Jokic do fadeaways. Jokic does 3-pointer.
Center set fadeaways.
Put the ball on the ground.
Shot. What are we talking about?
No, but I'm just saying, like at the end of the day, come on, bro. They put the ball on the ground.
But you got to stop talking about the
Jokic is a point center, bro. He bringing the rock up. He a ball
He's not the first one. This is not something
Of course not. But that's what I'm saying. So stop limiting them to that center shit.
It's not a limited. It's only limited because you're saying they're not following the same tradition of the weakest people breathing air. Like, bro, the center position has always been a skilled and talented position.
Right.
And the
Trey is saying because he's not Vlade Divac that.
God damn, Trey.
And that's another nigga that's skilled. Another nigga that could pass his ass.
There's a lot of centers that skilled.
Right.
To an extent.
What?
Everybody.
No, come on, Trey.
Everybody got a leash.
That's the bias.
Jerv, don't do that. Everybody got a leash. Everybody don't have a leash.
No, I'm with you. And so
I don't think it's a right or wrong answer though. Because it's subjective.
There isn't a right or wrong answer because at the end of the day, your definition of a center is not matching their definition of a center, right? So by your definition of a center, you're going to 100% be right. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no center. And even though I was on your side earlier, what I'm with them on is as far as there are centers, it's just that like they're not doing the shit that the centers used to do. And there's such a fucking gap between centers.
Those centers that you talk about don't play that much.
Right. But like we're not going to act like a center. We're not going to act like we're not going to.
You know who actually play? That's an actual center. Rudy Gobert.
Are you just saying it because he doesn't have a shot? Like
Rudy Gobert. In the true sense of what a center is, Rudy Gobert is 100% a center. Like I'm with him on that.
Like when they literally say last of dying breed, it's that nigga.
But Joel Embiid's a center though, bro. Like he really is a center, bro.
Embiid is a center.
I think more of a power forward than a center.
4 or 5 years ago, they told me it wasn't going to be 7-foot guys in the league because they would be played off the floor.
Listen,
this has been the same rhetoric that is going to be 6'9". Bam Adebayo was the future of the position. Obviously, that's wrong.
That nigga power forward.
No, he's a center. He a
power forward.
Trey,
he don't even play the 5 like that, bro.
Your distinction is niggas who have a shot and niggas who don't. That's what
are you skilled or not, nigga?
David Robinson was skilled.
Right. So was it. Are you saying Hakeem Olajuwon was not a center?
Tim Duncan wasn't no center.
You would have called
Tim Duncan was hold on, time out. Tim Duncan was not a center because they had the luxury of having David Robinson.
So if y'all win got Dave Capella, or if y'all got if y'all got Zubac Shakur,
somebody who can't shoot Trey is just somebody who can't shoot.
Move to the 4.
No, because them niggas will come off the bench because they not bringing nothing offensively. They would any of those. If you want to tell me, it would have to be someone on his level, right? And all right, like I know it will never happen, but like a Jokic. If a Cousins comes to Philly, no, Joel Embiid would play the 5 and Cousins would play the 4. If Anthony Davis came to Philly,
I disagree.
No. Okay.
AD would gladly take the 4. By the way, he don't.
Yeah, he would.
The 5 at all.
Jokic would take the 4 if he came to Philly.
The 5, it ain't no 5s that you take.
But that's what I'm saying.
AD wants to play point guard. That nigga don't even want to play in the post.
Listen, anytime niggas say, "Hey, you got to play the center," that nigga he start itching. He do not want to be associated
because he don't want to have to guard the handful of niggas as centers because he knows it's cooked.
So he should be fine.
All
he have to guard
no centers. You're right. You're right.
At the end of the day, he just scared of the word. You know what I mean? When he hear the word center, he think he got to go back to the basket.
People are not fans of marketing of centers. Centers have been marketed bad, like the way
as the marketing nigga on the pod. That is not marketed of the game,
exactly.
nigga.
And the way you marketed them is why nobody wants to be a center. They suck. They have no jump shot. They're horrible. The way you
Perfect.
targeted centers, I wouldn't want to be a center.
Listen, I'm gonna let Amin close this out because we spent 15 minutes on this. Does center still exist in the league, Amin?
Hell, the last 3 MVPs been centers.
I don't think they're centers. I don't think they're centers.
You don't think Jokic is a center?
Front court guys.
He doesn't think Embiid's a center. Like if you want to say Jokic, I hear you, but he doesn't think Embiid's a center.
I just think they're front court guys.
Nah, bro. They're taking your ass down to the block.
Front court guys. They're centers in the front.
They're
court.
centers. Yeah.
I'm just.
Nah, you tripping.
I'm looping them in on the All-Star vote. So what they do?
But the All-Star ballot removed center from the ballot like 5 years ago, whatever.
The game is removed center from the game.
No. This is what happened, Trey. We went through a little phase where people were like, "Do we really need centers?" We just da. But then right after that happened, all you got was just true centers. The centers came back.
I don't think they're true centers though.
They are.
How are they not true centers?
They put the ball on the ground. They fucking.
What is that? Why
so
you saying that?
Like, but Trey,
they're the first guys to ever put the ball on the ground.
First of all, second of all, Trey, it's like it would be like saying like, yo, because I take my SUV off-roading sometimes, or I take my SUV like around the road, like on the streets.
Bro,
that means
play on the perimeter majority of the offense.
No, they don't. That's where you're wrong.
I mean, they probably do an initiation, but most of the time, if we looked, if we did playback, shameless plug. If we watched playback and we watched the game and we counted how many times the center is in, he gonna be more out than in.
No, he's not.
You wildin'. You wildin'.
Right. I'm gonna write that shit down the next game I watch.
I'm glad Trey got overruled
because it's an insanity. It's an insanity, bro. Like they play on the block. Like yes, they step out. They step out. Yes, they step out.
Like Amin said, they may start at the 3, but when they go to shoot the shot, they on the block.
I don't think Giannis is a center though. I'm not with you.
Like
on that.
Giannis, I think he is, but he's more to Trey's point. When Trey says they don't play like centers, Giannis, I would say yes, that's true. He doesn't play like a center, but for me, he's a center.
He's a center.
But like Jokic, Embiid, even like DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
I was about to say
it's true, but
Rudy Gobert, Mitchell Robinson. I said these are all centers.
But them is niggas that's not really focused outside of the who did you mention before? I don't think Bam Adebayo's a center.
Trey's distinction between center and center is somebody who has a shot or doesn't. If they don't have a shot,
yeah, exactly.
Trey thinks you
can't be a center.
You true.
The shade to Robinson, the shade to Robinson, Hakeem is
I said Clint Capella's a center, Zubac's a center.
Anybody who got no skills.
Rudy Gobert. There's no bag. Hey, if
they
you ain't
just
got
big
no
old
bag,
tall guys that can rebound the ball.
Hey, so, if you ain't got no bag, you ain't.
Matter of fact, is Brook Lopez a center?
Really? Because he shoot a lot.
Not really. Brook Lopez?
That nigga play outside.
He got too much of a shot for Trey.
What post moves that nigga got? He shoot the 3.
He's one of the best post players in the NBA and don't get a chance.
You said he don't get a chance because that nigga outside sitting next to me.
It's because of top 15 players on his team that needs to paint because he lacks skills. So listen, the reason he don't is his versatility allows him to open
I use that nigga as a 4 before I use him at a 5.
He's a 5.
I'm trying to play you on 2K, bro, because I like the lineups. I think I can match up against your lineup. So
because all my bigs gonna be skilled. Them niggas gonna get to the Baja.
So Trey, by example, Jokic last year, 70% of his shots came inside of 10 feet.
I don't know why we have
70%.
Sure.
70% of his shots came inside of 10 feet.
Mike and drill layups. If he open, he better finish them shits. But I'm talking about like. All of them didn't start in some motherfucking spin-off type shit.
Trey, I did not know you were this prejudiced towards center, bro.
I am.
This is crazy.
I am.
My nigga's
this is the
anti-center.
Anti-center club, nigga.
A bigot.
Hey, so yeah, we gotta get into the rest of the topic.
Oh yeah, no, Amin. Since we on the NBA, let's talk about the in-season tournament. Jason has some questions.
Man, okay. My first question. I know that these games are like within the regular season, right? But the teams that go to whatever the Vegas thing are in the Final Four, whatever, they're gonna play more games than the other teams, right?
Well, only the championship game. When you reach the championship game, that's game 83. but everything else is 82 up until that.
So does that like?
So the teams that don't make it. So the teams that don't make. If you look at the schedule right now, you'll notice like on every team schedule, like December 3rd or whatever is the last day, and then they have like a week off, but they don't have a week off. What's going to happen is the teams that don't make it, like to the knockout phase and don't make it to Vegas, they're going to schedule games for them in that week. So there will still be games going on. It's just we haven't scheduled them yet.
Got you. Okay, and then what is the real incentive? Like if I'm Kawhi or anybody who's known for load management, what is the incentive knowing that we are playing for an actual title, not the NBA Cup?
Yeah.
Like, so what is the incentive for them?
This is what I would say. There's a short term and there's a long term, right? The short term is incentive is you get a little extra change, and it's not just you. Like people think players, first of all, players are some of the cheapest people in the world. They say, "Hey man, you want this $10?" They always say, "Yes, I do." Like there's no part of them that's like, no, I'm fine. I've had enough. You have some. They always want more, right? $500,000 means something, and then it means a lot to the guys down the roster. And I think people don't realize players like to look out for the young guys on their team, the lesser paid guys on their team. You know, how many stories have you heard about like a rookie comes in and he said, the vet, the OG took me and bought me like a shit ton of suits and bought me this and bought me that. Like guys like looking out for their guys. So I think the money, even though Kawhi may not care or Paul George may not care for themselves, even though I think they do because they're cheap, but they're going to care for Terrence Mann. They're going to care for the younger guys, younger homies on the roster. But the bigger picture thing, Jason, is this ain't for us. It's not for me. It's not for you. It's not for Kawhi. It's not for Paul George, LeBron. Hell, it may not even be for Brandon Miller and, Zion or Wembanyama, these guys. It's for the kid who's like 10 years old, who's going to watch this thing and watch people get excited about winning this thing. Because no matter how cool people are, when they win it, they're going to be excited. They're going to be happy. So there's going to be kids who are watching it. They're going to grow up in 6-7 years. They're going to be the ones coming in the league. And they're going to be like, I'm going to be the best player ever. I'm going to win the NBA Cup. I'm going to win like championships. I'm going to win MVP. They're going to put that on their to-do list. And that's who this is for. It's for a generation of people who are they're just excited to watch anything anyway.
All right. And then my last question, I guess, is why don't they have more incentive? Like I've seen a bunch of people online talk about, possibly having an automatic playoff berth or automatic play-in berth or home court throughout the playoffs if you make it to the playoffs or something like that. Why don't you think they had any more real incentives in it?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. First of all, it's happening in like November, December. It's hard for me to promise a berth to somebody. What if, like, for instance, the Grizzlies, who are, as of this recording, haven't won a game? What if they get hot in this thing and they win this thing, but then they're trashed the rest of the year because it turns out like, the Marcus Smart deal wasn't the right thing, whatever. Why would I promise them in December something that we still got like 60 games to go at that point? Like I'm not promising anyone anything off of that.
Or
and
a pick.
I think also,
what about a pick?
Maybe a pick. I mean, maybe, but like to me, I think the big thing is let's just see how it goes. Look, based on Friday, them games were fire. Like teams seemed like they were,
but the games were good.
The court was trash. But the basketball was excellent. The crowds were in it. Like people were like, yeah, let's like we're excited for this thing.
If you think about it, it gives you more incentive to be, even as a fan, to be excited about the regular season.
Yeah.
Which pretty much is a sign to say that maybe they thought interest was dwindling in the regular season. So you create, even with the play-in really created a different excitement to watch the finishing of the season. For years, if y'all remember growing up, we would like kind of be like, okay, we know where everybody at, and you kind of would wait till the playoffs start. But now the play-ins has created like this excitement. The NBA is really clever. Like the marketing that they're trying to, I give them a lot of credit to keep trying to reintroduce excitement throughout the whole year.
Well, it's not about us. It's about the kids. It's like, how can I touch the younger market? If you look at OTE, you look at NBA 2K, all the fucking courts are bright as shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm excited. I'm excited too.
I get it.
I've been watching the whole time.
They're trying to throw in new jerseys. They're trying to throw in new courts. They're trying to find ways.
What did y'all think of that Denver jersey?
I mean, all of them are ass. I'm gonna just be honest.
That shit was crazy.
Nah, there was a couple I liked. There was a couple that looked
Sixers
cool.
joint's fire. I'm sorry. I know y'all said it was whack before.
Man,
that shit's fire, yo. I'm sorry,
crazy.
it's fire.
I'm not crazy about none of them shits, but I get it. I understand of the pull in. They're trying to reach a new fan. At the end of the day, as I got called a boomer for fucking hating on the courts or whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. But I also understand that it's not about me. I'm just the 1% of the rest of the fucking the NBA fan.
Are niggas hanging banners? Are niggas hanging the NBA Cup banners?
Fuck yeah. Yes, they are.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I want to see. If it's going to pump it up, I want to see. I love it.
And also you have to think about it this way, right? Everybody hates the beginning of shit. Because I know I was hating on the play-in. That shit sounded stupid as hell. When it first came up, I was like, yo, what? This shit gonna be dumb. And then it was like, yo, these games cracking. These niggas are actually trying to, it's a team that, like when Westbrook and the Wizards got in, I'm like,
I remember that. That was
okay. This make it interesting.
Even though you knew they was gonna get bounced in the first round, you was like, I want to see it. But that's dope, and that's why I appreciate the NBA for trying. Like they're trying, and they're way ahead of most leagues, sports leagues, just to consistently try to make every part of the NBA experience exciting. So even if it's for kids, it's working on me because I wait for the play-in at this point. I can't wait till the play-in start. Everybody starts.
I mean, the thing that the play-in did was it used to be by January. If you're like, yo, my season ain't going the way I thought it would. Now what happens is what? Fire sale. Who wants my vets? Who wants my players? Give me picks. Give me young players. We started with hitting the reset button. Now, because of the play-in, teams are like, well, hold on. We're not out of it. So instead of us having buyers and sellers, it's a bunch of buyers. It's teams like, yo, a little push. We can get in that play-in. Maybe we can move up to 6 or whatever. Yeah. And so especially after what Miami did last year, now teams are like, fuck it. I can go.
And the Lakers was a playing team.
Lakers too.
Hey,
Lakers too, right?
Crazy. Miami, that is crazy because, that's a great. Hey, man, you got me even more excited for the play-in this year.
Jerv, talk, bro, talk.
No, I know.
This stupid shit.
No, because I wanted to circle back to something Amin said earlier, but I was trying to let y'all finish. I just had a quick question.
Talk,
so you said in the tournament, right? So let's just say by some chance Philly, just for my point, Philly and Phoenix make the chip, right, in the cup, right, whatever it's called. Right. We've already played Phoenix once. Would that count as our second game against Phoenix? Now Philly doesn't go to Phoenix to play?
Well, like if you play them in the tournament, you mean, or what?
Yeah. Because we've already played them one time. That was actually a tournament game.
Third game, bro.
Yeah, that would be a third game against Phoenix.
So we would ideally play Phoenix three times that year then.
But the only way you would play Phoenix, is if it happened in the final because they got the groups are based out of by conference. Yep. So your group teams are all in your conference.
Yeah. I'm gonna just watch it to get pumped up, and then I'll see how it goes, and I'll talk to you after.
Everybody gonna watch it because you don't know what game is what. You just gonna watch your team play, and it's like, oh shit, this is a playing. Or this is a.
That's why they made the courts like that. They made the courts like that because they wanted it to be visually. You knew immediately.
I want to see it. I want to see it. I heard stuff about the first court, so I'm looking at the second time. So I catch the next one.
All right, we transitioning out of NBA and we going into the Oxtail narco. Hey, yo, fresh meat was stolen.
Dog.
Sergeant Amaya and Constable Mark Herman's office has 2 suspects in custody following a traffic stop in the 29300 block of Northwest Freeway. The males were found to be in possession of multiple fresh meat packages stolen from different local stores. Now, Oxtail I haven't had Oxtail until I moved to New York, right?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I had never had it. And
that's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I understand, like, I'm seeing Oxtail pasta, I'm seeing Oxtail spaghetti. People are doing it, right? And Oxtail is going up.
Steaks.
What's our take on Oxtail right now being heist, pretty much shoplifted?
Is it pricey? Is that what's happening?
Yeah. Yes, the price of the Oxtail is up at this point.
Wait, so Trey, you never had Jamaican food before?
Not really.
Soul food?
That's crazy.
Soul food. Yeah, I've had soul food, but niggas not selling niggas wasn't serving no fucking oxtail to me.
But I understand why, because Oxtail kind of is on the up. What's crazy is how Oxtail came about, right? It was like nobody wanted to eat the tail of the cow, right?
Yeah.
But it's like somehow it became like a really big thing. And so like right now at home, it's a big boom of oxtail sandwiches, oxtail tacos, and all of it is price high, $30, $40. Just
you also got to think about the travel of the waves of shit, right? If you go on some other places and you like, damn, niggas, first of all, a lot of niggas don't know how to make oxtail. Nope. Straight up.
That's facts.
It got to be a skill to that shit. And like,
there sure is.
Everybody can swear up and down, oh man, my mom, I make oxtail, and that shit not hitting like how it's supposed to hit. So again, whoever I was around was not confident in that ring. But then also, I probably wasn't going to those spots that serving. What we got? We jamming. We probably got.
I mean, we got.
We won't really eat Jamaican out. I don't even.
That's what I'm saying. We're not gonna eat no Jamaican on no fucking West Coast.
Ain't no Jamaican
No, they got Blessed. They got Hungry Joe's. They got
not on the east side of the 110. It ain't. Really
no, it ain't nothing on the east side.
On the other side of the 110, Compton, Wide.
That's what I'm saying.
No bottom. Ain't gonna really be no Jamaican spots.
No, so you right. For Amin and Jerv, you gotta understand.
I know. Hey, when I first
Jason on the west side, we super easty.
Yeah. Hey, when I first started going to LA, I remember Trey was just like, he drew a map. He's like, this is the 110. Don't go this way. It's like, all right, cool, got it. That's the one thing I remember. Like, don't go east.
And all the best Mexican food, for sure. These are the ones that we got a great Mexican food. Yeah. We probably gonna have really just the best Mexican food. You know
Jason,
what?
Jason low-key a Compton nigga.
If I'm on the West, can I get that shit?
Yeah, I was born in Compton.
I said Jason low-key a Compton nigga. But
I was born
and I went to Jerv, bro, when you go to the East. It just get darker. Right, it just get darker, bro, when you go over there.
And it's funny because white people don't go south of the 10.
No. Once you cross on the side 10, it's gonna get serious.
No, it's like, why am I over there? So it's just super that way.
Yeah. Unless they above the 405. Unless they on the other side of the 405.
But y'all ever thought like it's a lot of because oxtail is a trendy food, and I be thinking sometimes.
But that's why I'm saying that's why now niggas.
It's really not though.
But it be trendy foods, bro. Like I remember,
salmon, nigga, and crab.
Nah, salmon ain't.
Sorry,
salmon still ain't trendy.
So something can be trendy if you've had this like this particular dish like your entire life. It can be trendy.
No, I'm saying like kale came out of nowhere.
No, not trendy for you. But like trendy for mainstream.
You mean like right now it's the boom.
Everybody wasn't on oxtail. But what's crazy?
Think about it. Amin's New York, you're Philly. Y'all gonna have way more seasonal stuff. Y'all gonna have way more traditional stuff.
My mom is Bayesian too, so like
y'all gonna have way more stuff for that way versus just the same way how we would look at y'all trying to make our tacos. We're gonna be like, nigga, hold on.
Yeah,
y'all looking tricky. So
who was it talking crazy about the Oh yeah, that's right.
It was Sean.
Sean was talking about, but Chicago does have because they got a huge popular Mexican population.
He said that shit horrible.
Thank you.
But what I was gonna say, there is trend food because of social media. Now the thing is that obviously what I've been seeing with lobster, the seafood community, because Amin can't eat it. But if you open up Instagram, niggas is making lobster everything. Niggas making salmon everyting. And
these ain't real crabs.
We was really eating. Because this is what I grew up on. I grew up on red snapper, and I grew up on whitey. Yeah. And then
catfish.
Niggas was eating red snapper.
Catfish.
Yeah. What you mean? That's all we had.
On the east of the 110.
Yeah.
First off,
forgive me. I just had little old flounder back in the day. We wasn't getting red snapper over here, fam. It was little old flounder.
But that's also because the water needs to be warmed in a certain place. So that's why the fish.
Okay.
There was no tilapia at the fish market.
Nah. Tilapia is late.
Real fish.
Hey, niggas is doing tilapia later on, 2000s. Tilapia tacos. Niggas is doing way too much.
Don't serve me tilapia.
I didn't have salmon until I was an adult.
That's what
Yo, you know who introduced me to tilapia? When I introduced me, but like how I learned about it was fucking Young Dro. This nigga was always rhyming about food.
Naming the colors tilapia.
And first time I saw tilapia on the menu was at Denny's. I was like, tilapia?
Tilapia fillets. Yeah.
I'm never.
I had to Google it real quick.
Yeah, that's you a sicko for ordering that at Denny's though. By the way,
I didn't get it. I saw it. I was like,
let's make that clear.
All right, moving on. Cup of noodles will be microwavable for the first time in 50 years.
Hold on. It wasn't always microwavable?
On the cup, it says do not microwave too.
I never knew that.
We just buy it.
How do you heat it up? How else do you heat it up?
Nigga,
that's how you
supposed to pour boiling water
into that line.
Right.
How you supposed to do that in a college dorm, though, dog? You go to the water fountain, you go to the water fountain, you put that water in there, you push 35, 45 seconds, and voila, you got it ain't no metal on it. That's all I knew.
Right, exactly. No metal in there.
Was that a popular thing in people's dorms?
Coffee makers?
Cup of noodles? No. Oh, coffee makers? Nah.
No.
You had a pot with the little thing with the.
No, we see.
I mean, I know what you're talking about, but no.
Yeah,
like
we weren't even really supposed to have microwaves in our shit to keep it a beam with you. We weren't really supposed to because Hampton gave it's a million rules for freshmen. Like that shit was wild, bro. Like you thought you was going down there on some freedom shit. It's like, wait, nigga, I got curfew. I can't have this. I can't have that. I should have stayed home.
That's why I don't understand.
I had curfew. They put freshmen.
So how they enforce?
Yeah.
How they enforce?
Y'all need to do a podcast just about niggas going to college.
That's real.
I swear to God, bro, that would be fucking good.
But wait, how did they?
See how niggas adapt going to college and like how shit it be, how crazy it be when you first walk in? Like this is different.
Wait, how did they enforce curfew, Jerv?
So
they got sign-in sheets and shit like
well,
them shit's like prison.
Y'all got a resident, right? A resident.
So it's only hold up, time out. When you think about it, right? It's wild when you go through it, but like it makes sense. When think about it, we are all 18 years old, leaving fucking our home. We about to go here. It's 13 to motherfucking 1, bro. 13 to 1. We about to lose our fucking mind. We have to have some rules set in place so niggas can literally make it to fucking second semester. It was only first semester. It's only for like the first 2 or 3 months in first semester. And then it's very much a transition phase. Like they're transitioning you to having responsibility. We're not just gonna throw you into the fucking fire and say, go get us 30, my nigga. Like yo, dog.
Go get us 30. No, we used to go down to Spelman. We used to go down in Spelman, Atlanta, go holler at the Spelman girls and shit. And then that shit literally had a wall around it and a guard fucking booth. And you have to like sign. Them niggas, I'm like, this shit is crazy.
Hampton is a gated community, bro. Hampton University is gated. It's a private university. It's gated.
I'm so jealous. This just sounds incredible.
I mean, we wasn't Spelman. Like, there's ways to get on without, you know what I'm saying? But like, in order for niggas to be able to drive on.
Bro,
you had to go through security, get checked.
You couldn't walk on campus. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Spelman? Yeah, they would we would be hanging out outside the gates and shit. Wait for them to come out.
Bro, LMU was no holds barred, my nigga. They had the gate open. You could tell niggas to come through whatever room at whatever time. Nigga, that shit was.
Was LMU?
California shit.
Yeah, LMU.
Loyola Marymount. You know, hang out.
Okay.
Yeah, Loyola Marymount. Yeah, that shit was over cracking. And it's funny because like because I feel
college is cracking. I knew I missed out.
Yeah, for real.
Hey man.
Because you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it, y'all. Like I went from you gotta go hard, so you can't really fuck with the, you know what I'm saying, the chicks like that in junior year, senior year if you want to go to a good school. So you going super hard trying to get the straight A's, trying to do your extracurriculars, all that. Niggas got the pin up, you know what I'm saying? Like whole shit. So then you get there and it's nothing but, you know what I'm saying, chicks walking around. And it's everybody is with everything. Like
imagine all that you saying coming from an all boy high school. I went to all boy high school. You went all boy high school too? Okay.
Catholic all boys high school.
I stepped on camera. I was like, what?
I went to Bird.
By the niggas? Oh, that's crazy.
Trey. The wall with the Nicholson Gardens. Nigga.
Wow.
Hey, it's
that
funny
nigga
too.
Starving.
Yeah, that nigga starving, bro.
Hey, it's funny.
Starving.
I picked up the homie Donald was from Bounty Hunters. I picked him up in a limo for prom, nigga, in the Nickersons. And the niggas, all the niggas was outside, bro. That nigga had a red and white suit on. Like that shit was.
I always tell Trey, you see how supportive niggas be? They be posted up like, the homie out here shining.
Yeah,
his tux on.
Yeah, we ain't being negative. Yo, my college experience sucked.
My older homie paid for my whole stuff.
Yeah, y'all making college sound too fun.
My nigga, you played ball, my nigga. There's no way your college experience sucked. Like you played ball, dog. That's a whole nother level of college that like I can't even comment on, bro. I mean, all I can tell you is I lived below the football recruiting house, so I was cool with niggas.
I mean, look, here's the difference.
Trey, let me ask you one question before you start. Do they do it like high school, how all the athlete niggas used to walk around in sandals, socks, and shorts and t-shirts?
Yeah.
That's
Easy
in
call.
college too?
Easy call.
Easy.
You're gonna wear your sweatsuit. You're gonna wear all this shit.
Yeah.
Football niggas got cut off shirts on or might not have a shirt on depending on what kind of class they was going to, and that's no cap.
So the funniest shit about it, I had two different experiences. When I went to Texas Southern and I went to Black College. Hoes. We dead smack in Third Ward, Houston. Hoes. If you look at it, Megan Thee Stallion went there.
Houston
she wouldn't even be the but this is the thing. She wouldn't even be the coldest that went there. You feel me? Like
I believe it.
All crazy, right? I got thrown up out of there. Didn't make it, right? Didn't make it.
Go ahead.
That hurt too much fun.
Didn't make it, right? So, and that was the thing. I was actually supposed to be a noob during that time. I seen niggas paddling niggas. I said, nope. Nah,
Hell no.
I'm out, right?
Hey,
so
man,
then,
listen, I can't confirm nor deny that shit.
No, I'm not saying this is 2005, baby. It's 2005.
Come on.
So then I go do my little JUCO stint at the JUCO. JUCO is the wasteland. Every nigga, it's every man for themselves. Niggas still in your socks. Junior college. I was in Fresno City. Niggas still in your socks. You gotta figure everything out. You know what I mean? You just kind of scratching and clawing to get out.
There's no joints up in junior college.
It's junior, but this is like Jason said. Like if you don't lock in, you gonna I never knew. Like, I didn't know if JUCO was just like literally like the niggas that was on the ball team, and then like no one else. No. But JUCO is always flooded with football players, right? It's always flooded with football players. Like a disgusting amount. It's niggas gray shirting, red shirting, niggas that's actually playing, niggas that ain't got no grades, niggas that played 2 years ago still coming around. You're just dealing with that bullshit. Plus the women that probably done messed with them when they first got to campus. I transferred to Waldorf College in the dead smack of Iowa during swine flu, right? And I never seen as many white people in my life, first of all. It was culture shock, right? And I'm looking at the states surrounding Iowa. It's like, okay, at the top, northern is Minnesota. To the right of us is Wisconsin. And then it's just white. It's white. And then if you go northwest, it's the Dakotas.
White, super white.
All white, right? So then they tell us, hey, the little plane I had to fly into was where La Bamba crashed.
Damn.
Right?
Damn, not where La Bamba crashed.
Oh God! They named
stuff they remember. Yeah,
they named it after. No, they named the whole.
Hey, it's crazy. I did not know.
Buddy Holly
that's how that movie ended. I was watching. You ever watch some shit and you have no idea what the ending is about to be, nigga? That shit
was sad, bro.
It made a nigga so
one
sad.
track.
Yeah, because I was like, damn, this nigga was on.
And it finally popped. Imagine that. Like you finally got that fucking mainstream wild ass song. The craziest shit was the nigga didn't even speak Spanish. That's like he's saying that he's just like they're feeling it.
They named that shit the Buddy Holly Airport, right? In Clear Lake, Iowa. Crazy, right? So you land there, you go into the city, it's a population of 2,500.
Whoa.
2,500, right? So that means
I had 2,500 at Hampton.
Everything you do, they know.
You big man on campus, everybody knows.
So every season, I'm on a billboard coming into Port City, right? If I went to I had a roommate that was living like a quote unquote like bad life. This nigga would smoke weed and do us all this other shit, and I'm like, they know everything we do. So you go into this
nigga whispering like a.
No, I'm just saying, but what I'm saying,
so they got his apartment.
So the crazy shit is he's smoking weed. We live right next to a sheriff. I'm like, bro, you're wilding because I'm black, you white. You feel me? Like you doing way too much for my liking.
That's white sinners.
But also, G.
Go ahead.
Gee, so then
shit.
I live 45 minutes from Charles City where KKK started.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nigga, we not where we supposed to be, bruh. You feel me? Like
definitely in the home game.
And anytime I went to these games, I talked about it on the pod previous before. The first time I ever experienced real racism. We was in Indiana, and I went to fucking Culver's on Thanksgiving Day. We ate with the team, and that shit said, "Niggers go home." On the wall, and I was like,
"Was it niggas or niggers?"
ER.
Oh, that's an ER town, baby. You ain't even had to ask that. That is 100% an ER town.
Nah, it was a sundown town. So the crazy shit about it, I went and got my coach. He white. He's like, "Yo, we're packing up. We're leaving." So I'm like, "Damn, this shit really not like just the movies. I thought it was only in the movies like this."
No.
Hell no, nigga.
Because no, but you think about this, you would think that shit over, right? Because it's like the color.
No.
Like, nigga,
I was in Bloomington, Indiana back in like, what was it, 2011? Dog, shit crazy.
So think about that where I was at. And I had just passed French Lick. So niggas, the bus driver doing some bullshit. He like, "Yo, this is where Larry Bird played." I'm like, "Nigga, can we get
us out of here?"
We get, and they like, "Yo, we're gonna stop at Culver's and we're gonna eat as a team, and everybody stick to." We got a buddy system, like we were fucking 7 years old.
He right though. He was right.
Yeah. So I go to the restaurant and I seen that shit, and that shit was fresh. It wasn't been there. It was fresh. Like somebody said, "Let me go to the bathroom real quick and hit this shit up so niggas can see it when they go use the bathroom."
You know what's crazy?
Because the
first time I experienced racism, 1990. I'm staying in the Forms, right? But we all hanging out in the Cajun in Compton, right?
Crib gang, by the way.
Yeah, right. So Cajun Block Compton Crib. We hanging out over there, but I grew up in the Richland Forms, Form Dog Compton Crib. And something was happening between the 7-O's and the Occasions, and it got really bad. 7-O's is a Mexican gang. And on that preschool, Trey across the street from Compton High School, you know what I'm talking about, on Acacia and Alondra?
Yep.
On the side of the preschool, when you're driving up Oleander, they hit a BKCK nigger killer.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
I never forgot that.
Oh, CV7, T-flats, they got the NKs. It's NKs over there, boy. Oh, wow. That shit is a whole different grind, bro.
We'd have to go nowhere to get that racism. That motherfucker was right there.
No, but I'm just talking about
facts. No, facts.
No, I didn't see no white person until my senior year of high school.
But also we don't grow up really with white people like that in Compton. Like you don't really.
A nigga might be a doctor.
Yeah.
He just starting this shit to me. They don't place this nigga in the hospital where he like, "Shit, I gotta start here." You know what I mean? Like, I gotta start here.
And then a lot of the white people you see in LA, like at the times you will see them, you probably would be like with a rich nigga and they a rich white person and they trying to be cool with the rich nigga that you with, or you know what I'm saying? Like when you younger or just even in a lot of circumstances, because a lot of wealth out here. Yeah. So the racism ain't like really.
You go to that middle America with the poor white people, they be like, "If you don't get your nigger ass
All right, they don't care where you from.
They like, we don't care if you got 30 nigger. Your ass is like this 90.
Right.
So Jerv, I was talking to some friends earlier, and we found out something that's gonna be very groundbreaking. It's gonna break your heart though. Did you know that holding weed smoke in doesn't get you higher?
I don't hold my weed smoke in.
Okay, good.
I do me.
No, but I'm just saying.
Why niggas do that?
I mean, because niggas think if you.
Well, so it's twofolded, bro. Holding it in, yeah, but like if you hold it in and it's like a deep breath that's happening, 100% it does, because it's getting to, you're actually inhaling more and you're taking a deep breath and you're using your lungs how they're supposed to be used. But if you're holding in, that's just like you just trying to be on some Bill Clinton. You don't inhale.
Yeah, it's a myth though. It doesn't get you higher. So all that shit of motherfuckers saying you know what I mean? The 90s shit. Doing all that shit. Wasting time. It's performative. Man, it's very.
That's because niggas always wanted to have conversations with you when you be in mid inhale and you trying to tell the nigga, "Hold up, dog. I'm a die if I try to talk to you at this current moment." Niggas need to be more considerate.
Every time I talk to Cousin Bruce, he coughing hard like he fucking coughing up a lung. He can stop now.
Cousin Bruce. I think I slapped Cousin Bruce in fantasy too, by the way, the other day in basketball.
Oh, we got an update. We
haven't
y'all
looked
gonna
up.
update this? Okay.
We haven't looked yet. Go ahead, Amin. What you gonna say?
While someone looks that shit up, did y'all talk about this Keith Lee dude?
No, we ain't talking.
Not yet. We haven't got there. I wanted to get to Kai Cenat and then Keith Lee.
G, do you know who Keith Lee is?
The little dude that be talking, like, kind of look like he like goofy as a motherfucker. He like a professional fighter, but he be like reviewing shit and talking fast, stopping himself.
He a fighter?
He's a fighter?
He's an ex-UFC guy. Yeah. Yes.
For real? Now it makes sense. Because I was like, I don't know if my man's got to... It's all there, but like, that makes sense. Yeah,
a couple hits to the head.
So
but everybody know Atlanta food is nasty. I don't even know why that's a big deal.
No, but it's the shit. Like, so I watched the videos that you're talking about, and it's like, what kind of restaurant closes at 5 p.m.?
But no,
restaurant.
There's some Atlanta ass shit.
It's
like,
I'm like, yo, I was like, the
Mama Naga's closed at what, 2?
I was gonna say it's some LA restaurants like that too. I mean, Worldwide Tacos is famous for their lack of.
I think Mama Naga's
isn't it
12 or 2 or something? Yeah,
I know in like New Orleans, like all those places be closing at 2. All those like fire old places they close at like 2 or 3 o'clock. And to me, I always looked at it, if it closed early,
it's fire.
Food must be fire because like you basically closing early because you selling out.
Gee, Watts Coffee House.
We don't need y'all money no more. Y'all miss it.
We good.
Watts Coffee House closes at 3.
Watts Coffee House does close at 3.
But I think it was more so
because my square ass going to restaurants to stay open. My fault. I like that. A restaurant closed? Like, ain't y'all supposed to be like doing this shit like on for like lunch and dinner at least? But I guess not.
But I think it's open. Atlanta food is nasty. I saw that and I just skip right past because I'm like, everybody know Atlanta food ain't really good.
Right. Except for the niggas in Atlanta who was caping for it.
I mean, it's prideful though. It's like niggas shitting on tacos or In and Out. We gonna
no, it's not.
Atlanta is different because Atlanta is like it's supposed to be very southern and country, but it's not. It's super city, super fast. Like you can get better soul food around Georgia than you could in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think this is an open thing that everybody kind of knows, but I think even people wasn't arguing if the food was good as much as people was arguing talking about black businesses and you speaking down on black businesses.
Yeah, that was the whole shit.
Yeah, it's like,
but that's what the nigga do is review.
Right, but they like,
and also, like I watched the nigga does it mad respectful, right?
Yeah, he never is like he
doesn't shit on places, but it's like if y'all fucking tripping, like I hate that shit. Like I'm all for supporting black business and do this shit whenever I can, but it's like I'm not gonna support no wag business,
right?
Like,
and I think that's like the larger conversation that we are kind of afraid to have as a community, and that kind of comes up from time to time, where it's like there's one side where we all want to support black businesses, we all want to help each other out, but then there's the other side where niggas be fucking up and niggas be running businesses,
or it just don't be good,
and the food either be not good. The customer service is bad. Niggas don't ship out the hoodie. Niggas don't, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, like.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now. There's one thing I don't like is whatever the business, restaurant, store, whatever. I hate when they act like they doing me a favor, bro. I have money. I'm giving you money, like bars, whatever. Like anytime it's here go this nigga, like here go this nigga who wants to support your business.
Right. Like,
remember it's not. But remember it's not their business. So I'll be honest with y'all, dog. Like if it's black people and it's sass, I'm okay if the food is good. I feel like sass is a part of the nigga experience. Like you ever went to a diner, see an older black lady in there?
Yeah, that's like
mama 56, and she's like, what the hell you want? And
hey,
as long as the food is good.
You know what's crazy? I got a fucking frame person here in Brooklyn that give me so much sass. Yeah. She be like, nigga, you again? Be like, damn, nigga, I'm trying to give you some
I expect that.
No, but
frame.
But there's a difference. I get
what you said. That's like when I go to Chick-fil-A. If I go to Chick-fil-A and it's any sass, I'm reporting that motherfucker to the manager.
Yeah, man.
This is a white establishment. I don't want no sass. Don't ask me why I want this many sauces, because this is a white establishment. I expect white people to be over the moon with my money. So if white people ain't over the moon with my money, because like I go to Chick-fil-A, bitch, you better offer me all the sauces, all the ketchups, all that. But when I go to a black business, I expect sass. It's kind of like if it's too clean, I'll be like, I don't know, this shit ain't right.
Right.
For sure.
I get what you're saying, but I think that's part of just because I think there's not a ton of black business. Like we all pretty much like if it's a black person making fried chicken, I'm sure we all gonna go there. We're not gonna pick a lot of other people fried chicken.
For sure. Like and maybe food has a little bit more leeway with that because, like you said, if the food is slapping, like so there used to be a spot it's not open anymore. I just discovered this when I went to LA a couple weeks ago. Comfort LA. I really like that spot, man.
It'd be cool.
But like
all right.
The food was great, but it was like they the ones that's like you fucking do an Uber Eats order and that shit it'll never happen, and like or like you pull up at like during business hours and they just close randomly. So I found out that they shut down forever for good. But like the food was always good, so I would put up with it. But like I'm gonna tell you really what I'm thinking. I'm really mainly thinking about bars and like sneaker stores or clothing stores or whatever like that. Like where it's like for food, you could say, hey man, you can't get fried chicken like my fried chicken. You can't get no yams like my yams, right? But I'm going to a bar to get a drink, nigga. It's fucking Hennessy everywhere. It's just you don't have special Hennessy. Yeah. You don't have no like. I'm not putting up with this shit, man. Like because I'm like, fuck, man. I'm trying to give you money. It's the same shit. Why I won't go anywhere where I have to pay a cover because it's like you want my money, you'll get it at the bar. I promise you. I will spend tons at the bar. You charge me $5 to get in.
I feel like that about Jordans. I will not enter a raffle to get no fucking shoes. Ain't this a bitch? You making me raffle my money to spend my money. I'm not getting no shoe that require a raffle. Real. I know this is probably blasphemous in y'all space. I'm not fucking with no raffle, bro. I used to buy Jordans and the motherfuckers was there. Barclays was there. Yep. Stop under shipping the shoes, playing games with marketing in my time. Talking about raffle. I ain't want to know raffle to buy nothing.
Hey man, let my gamification, man.
What happened to where niggas used to go and be able to go to the store, nigga. I used to go and get Jordans, nigga, weeks after they came out.
Right. Nigga, to be fair, niggas black ass mamas didn't give niggas money.
Right, but that's what I'm
saying.
We got
our own money so we can buy it.
But I'm just saying that the journey that the Jordan and even like the shoe shit took. I mean, I love Glasses Point because I hate raffles, but it's like, nigga, there used to be shoes on the shelves. Now I walk into any shoe store, there's not a shoe in there that I want to buy unless
I gotta buy somebody else's shoe.
Right.
They sold them back to the store. I don't want that. I want a damn shoe.
Now we've come all the way from niggas having the shoes that we want on the shelves to niggas built stores that have the shoes that you actually want just 5 times the amount. Like what the fuck is that?
Hey man, look, it's currency, man. That's all it comes down to.
That's why I read.
Game gonna be the game.
Double back down into Chucks, Cortez, and Ewings. That's it. I'm not giving nobody else. I'm not playing no games with nobody else.
What I say earlier,
Vans, all kind of regular shoes that still just want to get my money and they have them available.
Just get the classics, bro.
Exactly.
Anything that's available in the store.
By the way, G, I want to point out to Ewing, not a center because that nigga shot jump shots. So like that's too skilled. Too skilled. He's not a center.
Too skilled.
Hey man, he didn't put that bitch on the ground. All right, G, I'm glad that you're a guest on here. Streamer Kai Cenat comes home from a 7-day jail stream, right? And I got an explanation for it, but on the outside looking in, I would love to hear how y'all felt about seeing it on the timeline.
Honestly, I'm a crip and a rapper. I am not like a social media pundit, so I seen little dude, but I really ain't into it. He's like a little kid.
Right.
So they said he was in Twitter jail or something. I was like, whatever, dog. Like,
so Jerv, what'd you think when you first seen the video without no context? Did you find it corny? Did you think it was like bullshit, funny?
I had an issue with it on the low. It's just like I think them niggas is fun. I think Drewski's funny. Like I do. So Drewski's the aspects what Drewski was doing, his shit and being funny, shit was funny to me. But like I low key don't fool with like how I think there's a bigger narrative. They try to make jail look like it's so fucking cool. Nigga, like I don't understand how there's so much footage of just inside jail. Like I get niggas doing I get that, but like
Jerv Cosby.
Yeah.
I just think it's crazy. Like we can find all this other shit, but I'm not trying to I don't want them to hate on niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like
I'm explain the reason too after.
it's a big narrative that I don't know. So I had an issue with it on that type narrative where it's just like they try to make this shit look cool, and it's like
Jason, did you catch it?
Agree. Yeah, I saw.
And then they didn't pull up their pants.
And I felt like Jerv a little bit, but I just feel like I felt it in my soul when I saw it. I just felt it wrong. So I didn't even need no explanation or no like I didn't need to go on the internet about it. There's certain shit on the internet I see that I'm like, man, that shit just corny and tricky and like some shit I would never be a part of. But like niggas gonna do what they do. So like, I never thought I'm just gonna spend some time thinking about why it's whack. I just knew it was whack when I saw it.
I mean, what'd you think when you seen it? Did you
it's not for like that kid. His shit is just not for me. Like I get it, respect. He got audience, but like I'm not the audience clearly because I be watching these videos like some of the ones that like he be like when. What was it? Quavo came over and kicked with him at the crib or whatever. I'm like, and I watched like five seconds of it. I'm like, I don't get it. This is the part of kids nowadays where, and my kids do this shit too. They like watching people watch it or do shit. Like they don't like I watch TV shows, I watch movies, I watch sports. These motherfuckers like watching
TV.
Like it blew my mind when Academics blew up because he did the same thing when niggas was like,
it blew my mind when I realized he's not a DJ and his actual name is DJ. Like that shit blew my mind. I thought it was a DJ.
First of all, I just learned that right now. That's incredible. Second of all, I saw Tony Baker. Tony Baker, the comedian. Shout out Tony Baker. Was like. He posted some shit. He's like, I don't really fuck with Academics or whatever. I don't like the way he moves. He's like I don't know him, but like the way he moves is kind of suspect, whatever. But I posted some shit underneath, and some motherfucker said, I used to be. Some motherfucker responded to him, said, I used to be a fan, but now I lost all respect for you. He's like, hold on, you're a fan of mine, and you lost all respect for me because I said I don't like Academics. Like, think about that shit. He's like, you're a fan of mine. That means you done seen the come up. You done seen like me doing the commercials now for Spectrum in LA. You done see, my son died. You've been with me on that journey. But like the point you gonna draw the line is that no, I can't fuck with this nigga no more. It's because he said I don't like Academics. Who the fuck is caping for Academics like that? But then I realized, man, again, it's not for me. It's some people that like to me, he looks like an immense cornball at every stage.
Every crazy is I'm early on I'm early like 3,000 Academics. Like Academics got on by pretty much breaking down everything going on in Chicago. Like that's how he literally wrote. He was almost like a news pundit translating what was going on in Chicago to everybody else. That he's really how I knew. But again, it's also this is the conversation I was having, Trey, when we was talking about Drake and different people. You have people that attach themselves to the culture, right? And we all come from the culture, right? To some degree, where we understand what's lame, what's pushing it, what's blah, blah, blah. But sometimes we watch people attach themselves to the culture and then we hold them to cultural standards. And that's where I think we be going wrong. That's why people is mad at Academics. Like I always looked at him like some kid from outside talking about what's happening in Chicago. Somebody else I'm thinking about too. Even like Drewski and all them, you can tell them little dudes never got in no trouble. So they're like, but because they're getting on talking about the culture, we try to hold them to cultural standards, and they don't know what the hell Act don't know what we talking about. He in his mind, like I asked him, I'm like, why won't you just fight the dude?
Oh, Saucy Santana?
Man, why won't he just fight the nigga? Like, what's the big deal?
Bro, like, why are you? What's all this?
Hey, can't you go to jail though?
No.
What?
You can't go to jail for fighting Saucy Santana?
For fighting?
No.
For fighting, bro?
I mean, because my man,
listen,
you sound
I will
crazy,
whoop a gay man's ass. I will whoop a trans man's ass. I will whoop ass.
Because a nigga, because a nigga gay, he got a special protection under the law.
I don't know how that shit work.
You get these hands.
What
That's
are you talking about? The U.S. government didn't even respect gay people until 6 years ago.
But that's what I'm talking about, nigga. A lot has changed, brother.
No, ain't no change. You can't get these hands. Sometimes
he's a man,
this
bro.
man told me he was gonna rape him. Eventually, some of this shit got to be worth going to jail over.
Yeah,
bro, that's what I'm saying.
When he did say that, I thought that was a problem.
But that's not a problem. The problem is he ain't whooped his ass, or at least attempted to.
At least like go outside, my nigga, and that's the thing.
Hold up, bro. We need to set this up. We need to set that up. We need to meet up because you talking about you gonna do this to me. You gotta win.
Right. Because the fact that a nigga would say that about you on the internet and then say it again, the nigga came back on with another video and said, yeah, nigga, you still ain't done shit.
And told him I'm a man. So don't let this old shit going on with my sexuality fool you. I'm a
that's a fade. That's a fade.
At that point.
That's a fade. Yeah, that's a fade. He called it.
Oh no, that's
all right.
Yeah, that's a
so the explanation of Kai Cenat's stream is they streamed AE's 60 days in, right? You guys familiar with this show? About the guys that go in 60 days and then they get out of jail. So people go into prison for 60 days.
Oh, scare straight.
Nah, it's 60 days in. It's called 60 days in with A&E, right? Where civilians go into jail and they be getting their ass whooped straight up. But he had been streaming that with his streamers. So the stream
I'm not doing that.
So again, the streamers is like, hey Kai, I bet you couldn't do 7 days on that show. And he's like, yeah, I can't, but I can, I can make my own simulation in the situation. So they backed it. And what he did was invite anyone like of celebrity, if you're a rapper or anything with a criminal background to go in on this shit. Plus he invited some of his friends, right? So they did the simulation that way. So it wasn't, bro. That whole explanation
that's a horrible thing.
Yeah, bro.
No, it's still stupid. But I'm just saying that we're not a part of like this shit. That they do stupid shit. Like he got a whole like fake ass dad in this shit. Like they do like multiverse type shits like that, where he invites different things.
That's the multiverse.
This
is the multiverse.
He all right.
I'm dead ass, bro. But I'm not again. We
like that. And this is what I'm saying, bro. This is why,
owe, bro.
This is why. But Trey,
it's the kids' version of Jackass, bro.
Hold up, Trey. This is why I've been so stagnant on what's hip hop and what's not hip hop. Because white people is looking at this shit like, is that what they doing now? No, sir. This is not what we're doing.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not mad. I think it's dope to have brothers assimilate into mainstream culture and have mainstream takes and pop culture ideas. I think that's fantastic. But those people are not from where we from. It's just different. That's all.
Right. And that's the thing that bothers me.
I can't go to real jail.
Let me
go to fake jail.
The nigga doing all of that and presenting it to the world as if like this is how this is what niggas is on right now. You know what I'm saying?
They think
that. Yeah, and they think it's us. And like we over here like, no, like, but we don't even have the energy to like go and tell niggas like no.
White people. Like,
exactly.
But see, I've been having the energy, Jason. That's what I was telling Trey. I've been having the energy. Everyone, I'll be like, nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Glasses, that's not it. That's not it. No. Yeah. I had this argument with Tech Nine and the OG homie Mugs from Family last night. They were like, Drake is hip hop. No, he's not. No, he's not.
I remember when Jay-Z once upon a time said we need a board, and nothing has ever been more true. Like we need a board to sit like and determine like what's.
That's a great segue right now because Missy Elliott was inducted into the Rock Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
Should there be a hip hop Hall of Fame, Glasses?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who would you have as the people to hold court? That's alive.
As a tyrant, I literally have given up on government. I am literally a dictator. And that's just where I'm at with it, bro. Because every time I've been allowing people to come together and be reasonable, their desire for economics and success taints everything that they represent. So like, I have to be a dictator. So I would say me and me only at this point, because nobody else is going to hold it. They're going to turn it into like, what's the worst Hall of Fame in all sports?
The worst?
People
gonna say basketball. They're gonna say basketball.
Baseball
don't even have Barry Bonds in there. Come on.
Baseball don't even like niggas breaking the rules.
But I'm saying like which Hall of Fame has like the worst players?
Yeah, basketball.
Right, basketball.
They'll turn it into the basketball Hall of Fame where it's just random guys.
Letting anybody in.
Yeah, and I'm not doing that.
So Macklemore beating motherfucking Kendrick, he'll be in.
Well, wait, hold on. You don't think it should be like, because I know you fuck with EP, who actually like brought me in the game. You know what I'm saying? You don't think it should be somebody like him that's like on, like, oh, I'm a musician, or I'm this, I'm that. to give their like kind of perspective on like.
No, I'll just have him on my consulting team and consult him about these quality decisions. But it needs to be a dictatorship, bro.
I got you. So who else will be on your team? On the consulting?
I would have a dope personal cabinet to my dictatorship, to my Kim Jong-un dog, but like it couldn't be the government, bro, because you could buy niggas.
Right.
You can buy niggas,
off, bro.
Yeah.
It's like nigga not for sale.
Yeah.
It's like remember the sauce, man? Like the 5 mics, it used to mean something. Then all of a sudden it's like
then fucking shout out to fucking what's name dad. He gave himself 5 mics.
Benzino.
What's his name?
Benzino. Oh, you talking about Coyle Ray?
Benzino. Coyle Ray dad gave himself 5 mics. I was like, fuck.
Did he do that?
He did, man.
Yeah.
Was that on Rock the Party album or what?
Yeah.
Damn, you sick for that. That's a good memory.
That beat was hard. I'll say that.
No,
will we ever have a 5
but
mic
the album
rating?
was not 5 mics.
Could we trust anybody to give us a 5 mic rating type of I don't think we could.
Man.
Speaking of 5 mic rating, I wanted to bring this up on the pod because Glasses, your famous take right now in the Twitter and internet streets is no hip hop artist has 4 classics.
Yeah. I don't even know that's a big deal. That was crazy. I didn't even think that was a
Wait.
I disagree so strongly.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Says, So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that no rapper
artist has 4 consensus?
He said
classics.
no artist. You saying no artist, period. Hip hop, R&B, any
4 consensus classics?
And
no artist?
He says no
Michael
artist.
Jackson?
No.
Michael Jackson.
Jackson got 4 classics?
Mike got 3.
What
4
3
though?
classics
4
did Michael Jackson
consensus
have?
that everybody just hands
What
down.
you mean? Bad,
Off the wall.
Bad is not even a great album.
What do you mean? Bad has like 7 #1 singles on there, bro. What are we talking about?
It's not a great album. Bad is not.
It's not a great album.
Bro, he's got Man in the Mirror, Smooth
Don't get me wrong.
Liberian Girl.
Don't get me wrong.
The B-sides are...
Listen, he has some quality cuts on Bad. Bad is not a great. Like, come on, bro. It's not a great album.
But #1s, what?
Yeah, I don't mean America has bad taste. Madonna has #1s.
Well, we ain't talking about Madonna.
We're not talking about.
You can't buy #1s. That's not a big deal. I'm just saying. Bad is not a classic.
He wasn't buying them #1s,
I'm
Joe.
looking at the album. The way you
Hold
make me feel, Another Part of Me, Man in the Mirror, Dirty Diana, Smooth.
You name Another Part of Me like that was like a cut like that. It's just
that's it. Cut. Another Part of Me ain't a jam.
It's okay.
What?
Oh my gosh!
I'm sending out a major love. This is my message to you.
That might be top 10.
Bad is a classic album.
Yes.
When did this happen?
Bro, in 1989, whenever it dropped.
No, I remember when that album came out, and it was not considered a classic album. It wasn't even considered a great album. It was just like a Michael Jackson album, and he kind of came back. He didn't have Rod Temperton pen. They shit got a little cornier and cheesier. Even the title song is a ripoff of a fucking song by another singer, the Ghostbusters song. Again, it's levels to the thought. Now, I'm with you. Thriller, I'm in. Off the Wall, even though it's a disco record, post-disco being a shit, I'm still in. Bad, fuck no. Not fucking classic. I'm not doing that. I think it's a great Michael Jackson album. And if you're a Michael Jackson fan, well, really, he only had like a couple albums, man, as a solo act.
That's what I said. He had those 3 albums. So let's get to any other artists. Amin, Jerv, Trey, do y'all have any other artists y'all want to?
Jerv gonna say his daddy.
I don't have to bring anybody up because
4 consensus classics.
I think Jay-Z and Kanye West both have 4 consensus.
What's the 4th one for Jay? Because as a hardcore Jay-Z fan from day one, what's the 4th one?
Okay, so we're gonna say Blueprint, Reasonable Doubt.
Ian.
Okay. Volume 2.
No.
Volume 3.
No.
Black Album.
No to Volume 3.
Black Album. I'm with that for the 3rd one. I'm in. I'm right.
American Gangster.
No, it's a great album and it's one of my favorite Jay, but not classic. Classic.
Because you got
Dynasty album.
But again, hear it out. I mean,
two.
Favorite to you, favorite to Glasses, favorite to Jason. Consensus to us.
Exactly.
But if we said consensus to the majority of the world, would it be consensus straight out?
I think Bad is consensus to the majority.
I think Volume 2.
That Bad was a classic album. That's the first time in my life. I swear to God. I never heard that. Like growing up, people that like Michael Jackson, they slandered that album.
Nah. Dangerous was the one they slandered. Dangerous was the one.
Listen to it.
Dangerous was the one.
I get it. It's a decent album. Decent of Michael Jackson. Hold up, because when I'm speaking of Michael Jackson standard. Remember, he made Thriller and Off the Wall. So let's context that. So we got you for.
Right.
Michael Jackson standards. Bad wasn't considered a great album on Michael Jackson standards. So I don't know if it would be a consensus classic Bad.
I think, wow. All right. Like, this is like saying LeBron's second championship wasn't that great because it wasn't him beating the Warriors, but it's still a fucking great championship. Like,
I'm not disagreeing. But it's not an all-time classic season
but
for
it
LeBron
is.
James.
It's but okay, but like we're not talking about for that artist. We're talking about is it consensus? And I think Bad is a consensus.
I'm saying LeBron James, that season wouldn't be an all-time classic season for basketball players. Like Bad, so on a scale of just albums, Bad is a good album. It's a really good album. Michael Jackson is actually less because Michael Jackson had really did
because his standard is crazy. Exactly.
But just on the scale of music, no, it's not classic. Classic. No.
So what about Kanye?
No. Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. 4 consensus classics. Does he have a lot of great albums? Yes. Do we have a lot of albums that I love? Because Kanye is in my top 5? Yes. Does he have 4 consensus classics? Fuck no. Late Registration is not a classic.
Which is crazy because that's his best
album.
Album.
It's just a really good album.
Late Registration not a classic?
No, it's just a really good album.
So this was the debate we were having in the comments of the video that he did, and I was like, Late Registration's got his best rapping, some of his best production, some of his biggest songs.
I agree.
So I don't know what other criteria is one of the highest.
Time and space opens up what a classic can be as well. Like it's not as simple as I think the music is really great. It's a classic. Time is like Scarface has better albums than The Fix.
Okay.
But The Fix is his classic album, right? Untouchable is better. Made is better. This is a Scarface fan talking.
Okay, all right. Then I got one more. Go ahead, Amin. Go ahead, man.
No, I was gonna say, like, by that virtue, like, does it have to have been a classic when it came out, or can we look back and say, "Whoa, actually, this shit was"?
I'm down for that. Right? Reasonable Doubt was that. Reasonable Doubt, when it first came out, I had that shit the first week it came out. People was not fucking with the record. It wasn't like ever like disrespected. It just was like, okay, this dude Jay-Z got a dope album.
Yeah.
Blueprint came out and it made everybody go back and look at Reasonable Doubt. Hell, even in the Source magazine, bro, like, Doggy Style was not a 5-mic album.
Right. Yeah.
They went back and fixed it.
And
so
they
yes,
redid it,
as a collective part of the culture, can we go back and say, let's fix these albums? Sure. And declare them that I'm in. But until then, we just can't have random people running around. A classic is not a great album. A classic is a transcended time and moment with music. It's completely more than just a really good album.
But this is why I say Volume 2, because it was that for Jay-Z and for the music of hip hop. It was when Biggie and Tupac
I'm not even against talking about it. I remember Volume 2 impacting, but I just wouldn't refer to it as a classic. Can we have a meeting and say, hey, let's talk about it amongst the best minds in music and then say that? Yes. But Volume 2 was never a classic before today. A classic.
No,
Volume 2 still sold more albums than Will Smith.
Hey,
yeah, but then that same year, Juvenile came out and sold the same amount of albums in a classic album.
That's a class. I mean,
400 Degrees is a classic.
What about Outkast?
It was a great year for hip hop.
What about Outkast?
And actually, DMX came out with 2 albums that year.
2 albums that year. Yep.
He sold 5 million collectively.
What about Outkast? Do they have
Outkast? That's a good one.
Outkast probably has 2. Yeah.
What are the two? What are the two?
I need to listen because it's just I'm this is crazy. I thought these were like common thoughts. I'm starting to realize there's a lot of classics. I never in my life knew it was this many classic albums. I'm sleeping. I need to really double back.
Hey,
Kanye got 6 classic albums. Jay-Z got 7 classic albums. They got more classic albums than Michael Jackson got albums.
Hey, Glasses.
What's the 2 Outcasts? Just give me the 2 Outcasts.
I'm gonna listen. I can tell you consensus what we all thought, but I'm it's more humor than just listening.
Look, G.
Okay.
We talking about albums. You
Nas?
canceled. Oh,
Nas ain't got 4.
Nas definitely does not have 4. No, we know that.
And that's the crazy part, right? But people really feel like Nas have 5 classic albums.
Nah, no way.
I've heard people say, dude told me God's Sons was classic. I was like, I didn't even think God's Son was a great album.
That's who told you that, Stolly?
Stolly told me that.
Stolly definitely for sure told you that bullshit.
But the people online, they were like, Nas got 6 classics. I'm like, okay, are we talking about classic albums or albums you like or that are really great? Because it's
I think it's more so the personal moments that people have with those albums. Speaking of
3.
personal moments with albums, G, you got an album called "Cancel These Nuts."
That is true.
Tell us first of all, are you canceled?
Yeah, I've been canceled.
Okay.
By who?
So that's by who?
I can't cancel.
Everybody. Everybody always cancel. They always be like, this man crazy. It's funny because in my mind, it'd be so fundamentally true to things I just say. Like, it'd be just regular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I think we so far removed from basics and fundamentals that we'll say shit like centers don't exist no more, dog. We'll just say some crazy shit. We'll be like, you know what? They not marketing it like that no more. So cancel these nuts is, I've been canceled, man. Like, everything I say piss somebody off. I really don't know why, because I'm not saying nothing crazy. I don't even think it's really that. Like, what's the craziest thing? Like, okay, I'm with you, right? If I could be canceled, if me explaining Robin is better than Shaq, had a greater career than Shaq, I understand why somebody could say that's crazy. I get why somebody can say that, because then it requires a lot of explanation. But for me to explain certain things like Ben Wallace is an all-time great, and he's literally the only undrafted player in the Hall of Fame, all these things already support my conversation. We shouldn't even have to have those conversations.
Right.
Some of these conversations are not worthy of having because the accomplishments on these people's resumes, feel me, back up all the shit I'm saying. So I'm just canceled in the sense, dog, like, that's why the whole tyrannical approach is coming out, because it's like, the more I let people have this thing we call street urban culture, this hip hop thing, man, they just take it crazy. Look, they think this is what we do. And nobody's saying that. Nobody be like, we don't really do that like that. Nobody's telling these people that. So these white folks like, look at these niggas. Look at these niggas. Them niggas said I couldn't last in a real jail. Let me go make up a jail and get a bunch of people to come in here.
A bunch of celebrities.
And he didn't have no G homie like Glasses around to tell him, man, that's dumb as fuck.
And that's the thing. Niggas need OGs. Exactly. A lot of these niggas don't have no
vets.
OGs.
I don't
need
know,
that
man.
vet leadership.
Some of the OGs can be bought, bro.
I agree, but that's why I've decided to take the dictator role in this whole thing. Like straight Kim Jong-un, bro, because if you don't, you just can't see it. Like people just being bought every day. Like niggas are calling to say something. And I'll be like, bro, like,
no, I was gonna say that there is another side to it beyond motherfuckers being bought. Is sometimes OGs, and I'm guilty of this too, we just hate shit because it's new and different, and kind of like it's a delicate balance, right? You need someone to tell you, you need someone to tell you that shit is dumb, but also understanding sometimes that shit is a block for you. You can't see past it, right? So we were talking about the play-in tournament. And a lot of people are like, this is bullshit. If you were 8 seed, you should just make the playoffs. You shouldn't have to do all this shit, da-da-da-da-da. But like in reality, when you start to see the effect, the impact it has on how people are approaching the season, it's like, oh, this shit was actually a good idea. But if you was a crazy, like, straight up OG, you would never want that shit. In the same way they didn't want the 3-point line. In the same way they didn't want fucking, all type of shit.
But that's why it needs to be me, man, because I'm literally reasonable. I am a reasonable ruler. Like I'm reasonable to listen.
That's how it's.
I never spoke against
until you get the power. Power.
I said, let me see it. Put it out in front of put it out in my element. Let me see it. We're in. That's it. So again, I'm not against like even when the skinny pants movement happened again, I knew I studied the past so much. I saw that before. Let them little niggas wear their skinny pants. Now other people don't care for the skinny jeans. I don't give a fuck. I saw that before.
Not the
80s, right?
Now it's the 70s. The flare out.
Exactly.
The bell bottom.
And then they try to act like they being fashionable. That's why I get on them. You're not fashionable. You're just jagging some older dudes.
Recycling this shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like so, like we're not seeing anything new. Some of it is just corny though. Like, and that's why I don't even get into the corny where I wouldn't even rule over there where Kai Cenat and them guys play. Like I wouldn't rule over. I'd be like, bro, do your thing. Like you're my son, bro. It's like I'm not gonna tell you what to do in your room. Just clean up after it's over. You know what I mean? Just straight up, bro, because it goes into a space where we like, I don't want to argue with the kids and try to block their innovation, but I also don't want to go out there and let these white people think it's sweet. Go out here and just be embarrassing us. And like, I keep saying this, but like little baby letting that white man hug him from the back. That's unacceptable.
That was out of pocket. That was out of pocket.
It's unacceptable, and everybody knows it's unacceptable. But then if I say it, they be like, man, Glasses on some bullshit. No, you was on some bullshit letting that white man hug you from the back. Do not hug me from the back, Mr. White Man.
Mr. White Man is fucking sick. Hey, so our last topic before we get out of here. New grandmas. Well, G, you gonna love this one. Does social media have everybody?
Oh shit. Send them the link. Send them the tweet.
That flick.
You gotta see it.
I got you right now, G.
I'm just a dirty old man, I guess.
Hey, but that's the way everything is going, though. That's the thing that saddened me was like, you ever see something and you just realize, like, damn, that's actually about to be way more prevalent.
Yeah,
like,
because they're getting older.
Because all the joints is getting older, bro. Like
I'm telling you, man. When I was
this sounds crazy.
But you know what? Women don't stop being women, man. They don't stop being women, dog. They really don't stop being women. That thirst for attention is a forever thing. That's like us. We don't stop being men. You know, you could be 70, a little 23-year-old lady walk up to you like, hey, you look nice. You're gonna be like, hey, you're gonna be feeling it. So she still thinks she's worthy of the attention. So if she's willing to go through it, I guess we could like the picture. I just think she's just tripping.
Bro, all that picture, all that video showed me is pizza for Thanksgiving.
Pizza.
Right. That shit look crazy.
Hey, them young grandmas with the BBLs and making it clap on a video. That's what Joe Smith dealing with right now. The retired.
No, I'm telling you. I tell the story all the time. The first year of the finals, Mark Spears had a party in San Francisco at the W. Went up in there. And Jerv, you were with me. You remember that shit? We walked in and we said, every bad bitch from 1999 was in there.
Yes.
Like you could tell, like, yo, 99, you was the shit. You was fucking bad as hell. And they still cute now, but it's like, you know, it's you don't
even trying to catch yourself a little old thing from back in the day.
No, I was amazed. I was like, yeah, this shit is crazy. Because I remember like these are the joints that like you just see from afar over there getting in to the club. You be standing outside doing this shit right here. And now we're in the same spot. And I realized you don't have no leverage no more. Like
it's crazy. It's crazy to see that pass by them, man. Like I'm in that generation where I'm starting to see like the real just overall fall off from like the large percentage. Because you see the fall off like here and there from a couple, right? And they whatever happens. But now it's like the whole generation. The generation is started, and then the door has opened to the new generation. And I'm like, because all the ones I see online now, I'll be like, damn, these not even in my same, feel me? We didn't go to high school at the same time at all.
What's the line that said, I seen the Rovers roll up with ribbons. I seen them repo, resold, and redriven. That's how I feel.
Grand closing, like.
Man, that shit crazy. Them girls be. I feel bad because this might be like feel chauvinistic, but women peak so early. You know what I mean? That it's just they got to strike while the iron hot.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because other than that, what they pride themselves in. Because I think they could have a much longer pride, like a much longer prime, if they didn't just pride themselves in their youthful appearance.
Right, but they see the ones that's winning off of the appearance at the time, so and they're like, chase, damn, I gotta go get that. And then it's like,
then you start looking crazy. And then it's crazy to me if you think about it, even the young girls are starting to look like old ladies because they wear
touching themselves away.
So I'm like, you really don't gotta do nothing because you already in the running because the young girls is putting you in because they wearing these big wigs and stupid nails and long lashes. So you they looking like old ladies.
You made a comment on another platform about if a man asks you to get a BBL, he don't really like you.
Hands down.
That's off the rip. Yeah, that's
like, that is 100% accurate.
And people arguing, and I'm like, Bro, if a girl hit me in my DM like, so my man asked me to get a BBM, you mean he don't like a BBL? He don't like, nigga. What the fuck? Is this deep?
Yeah. Nah, man, like that. I'm with you on that shit. Like it's obvious. Like you're like, yo, I like you, but you need to change.
That's like a girl telling you go get a bag.
Niggas gotta say, you're not good enough.
That's like if a girl came up to you and was like, yeah, you cool, but you need to get a bag. Like, then you just don't fuck with me.
I mean, look at that though. Another thing, right? You look at that situation. If it's a chick that you always wanted, right? She not paying you no attention. You finally get the bag and she finally rolling. What's the science of that, nigga? You know what I mean? She never liked you. She only liked you because you got the bread, nigga.
Well, let's not just be out here just thinking that everyone's a simp and not recognizing that too. There's some niggas that just recognize it and they're cool with it.
Clearly.
I think it's fair. I wouldn't want her if she didn't have ass. It works out.
The game is the game, baby.
The game is the game,
baby. Hey, I like that.
You either gonna decide to play or you not.
Is the game or don't get played.
Do you want to get subbed in?
Step up here, man. What you want to do? I'm gonna come out here and put up 50.
Right, ball up top. As they say.
I guess we can end it on that, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I gotta get out of here anyway. Yeah, thank you. Shout out to Glasses Malone for being a guest host for us today. Shout out to Jason Madison, Big Jerv, Trey, and reminding you guys all, A, to go to patreon.com/countthedings, and B, to stay black, motherfuckers. Peace out.